Welcome to Onslow in WA. We arrived here today, actually not that long ago, so we checked into the caravan park at Discovery. We thought we'd just come and do a recce of the town. As you can see, they're very big into their Anzacs over here. It's a cenotaph there, beautiful. Be amazing to watch. I'm assuming that's where the sun comes up east. I don't really know. Got the old diggers' hats here. It's not very pretty here, I don't think. We read that you could snorkel here, but when I checked into the caravan park, she said, no, definitely not. It's not pretty at all, and they're dredging, so the water's quite murky. Is it a shame? So we're 5,212 kilometres from Sydney, and we are still 1,300 and what's that say? 96 kilometres from Perth. Bloody hell, it's still a long way, hey? That's pretty cool.
That's funny you think that's north. Over here. Ocean, that should be west.
Yeah, it goes around.
I know.
Beautifully kept here. Absolutely. Like I said, the town's very old. I don't say it's very well kept, but this is beautiful here. In the water. I was actually just reading something here. There's a plaque here, and it says, in commemoration of 50 years of the first British atomic test on the Montebello Islands on the 3rd of October 1952. So I have to do a bit of research about that because I'm not really sure what that's about. Montebello Islands are just sort of out north of us, I suppose, north and northwest. So yeah, I'll find a bit out, let you know. So we're just going for a drive, and we just saw this. That is salt. Yep, so that's salt. When on your way into Onslow here, there's like either side of the road, that's where they let the ocean come in, and it goes into like ponds, and they get the salt off it. But yeah, that is like pure white salt. It's amazing. It's probably not as nice as the Murray River flaked salt, but you know, still pretty cool. So I was talking about those explosions on Montebello Island in WA. So imagine a tropical paradise that was turned into a nuclear laboratory. Just off the coast of WA, the British didn't just test bombs, mate, they vaporized a warship. So between 1952 and 1956, the Montebello Islands, a remote archipelago of over 170 islands, became the first site of 3 massive nuclear detonations. The first test was unlike anything anyone had ever seen. So the British were terrified that somebody was going to sneak a nuke in a civilian boat. So to see what happened, if it did happen, they rigged a bomb 9 feet below the waterline, 9 feet, inside the hull of a frigate called HMS Plym. Anyway, when it blew, the ship just vanished, pretty much. It left a massive crater on the seabed floor, 20 feet deep and 1,000 feet across. Oh my God, that's huge. Huge. Anyway, they're only just starting, like just getting started on these tests. So test 2 and 3, that was test 1. Test 2 and 3 were the most powerful ever detonated on Australian soil. The final blast, so blast 3, was 6 times larger than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima. Oh my God, that's crazy. Unfortunately, it killed a lot of things on that island, human life included. Yeah. For what? Who knows? Because we've never had a nuclear bomb come into Australia, so I suppose they were just in case. But yeah, a lot of things had to die because of that. This is a gas plant out here. So you can see that flame in the center of the screen now. If that goes out, run like hell. Is that correct?
Correct.
You don't want it to go out because there'll be a big explosion. Anyway, apparently, Bernie said that you mine the gas, which is obviously a gas, and then they turn it into a liquid to transport it, and then they turn it back to gas. So me being a nufty has no idea how that works, but it sounds pretty cool. Now I'm assuming it goes onto that boat out there as a liquid.
As a liquid, yeah.
Okay. If I'm wrong, or if Bernie's wrong, let us know, but sounds like we know what we're talking about. So this is up near 4 Mile Creek, which is a little creek that actually runs into the ocean, which is very popular with the locals by the look of it. So, what'd you say?
The main LNG plant near Onslow, Western Australia is called the Wheatstone LNG Project, a Chevron operation located. The facility is located 12 kilometres west of Onslow in the Ashburton North Strategic Industrial Area.
Oh, I just meant where it goes.
It features 2 LNG trains, a domestic gas plant, and production of gas offshore from offshore fields.
Where does it go to? Don't read the rest of it. Just where does it go?
The gas goes. Australia's largest LNG export market is 33% to China, 32% to Japan. South Korea is 15%, Taiwan is 10%, and all other countries make up the 9% of the gas.
So it all goes
pretty much
offshore.
All goes overseas. Like that's pretty close to 100% what I just mentioned then.
There you go. Fun facts for a Sunday. So today we're in search of Old Onslow town. Oh, look at that big eagle. Do we know why it's the old town? Did they move it because
I don't know. I reckon it's near the Ashburton River, so I reckon they've probably moved the town because of floods. But I'm only assuming that.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, so we'll go out and have a look at the Ashburton River because this road should go all the way through to the Northern Coastal Highway, is it called? The main highway,
yes,
anyway.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Should, but at the moment you can only get to the Ashburton River and the rest of it's closed. So we'll go out and check out there, see if there's any water in there. And then from the turn off on the main road into Onslow, it's 27 k's to God, none of them are moving. It's 27 k's to Old Onslow town, so yeah.
Go and have a look. We should go down near the mouth of the Ashburton River, which I'm assuming is a pretty big river. It doesn't always flow. It does pond in the dry, so I'm assuming that it'll only be ponding.
But if you can't get through there, you would think there'd be more water, wouldn't you?
Well, it could be, yeah. Well, we've had rain too, so it could be flowing. Who knows? But we'll have a look.
We'll go have a look.
Yeah, it would have been nice to travel this whole road out to the highway, and we still might on the way back if it opens, because it's sort of in the direction we've got to go, because we're sort of
careful driving on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah, doubling up. double backing at the moment.
Backtracking.
Backtracking. Yeah, trying to think of the word. So we're backtracking as it is because it's a one-way into Oslo. So hopefully we can do this track, and it's a dirt track and it follows the river. So I think it'll be quite a nice drive. So
colours out here are amazing. Like it's just so red, absolutely red
and greens
and termite mounds. Holy dooly, heaps of them. Anyway, we will show you if there's anything interesting on the way. So we got to the Ashburton River, but there is not a bit of water in there, so not really sure why the road is closed. Anyway, it is, so we'll have to turn around and go back to Old Onslow town. So go across cattle grid both sides, but it looks like there is no camping here, unfortunately, but it is a very, very big river. I don't know how deep would that be? Oh, serious?
on the bridge deck, I reckon.
Holy dooly. Okay.
Oh, maybe 30 minutes.
Don't know what it is, but it's bloody deep. There is not a bit of water in here, sadly. So, welcome to Old Onslow town site. So how this town began was in 1882, the steamship Rob Roy was severely damaged by a cyclone while it was at anchor in Butcher's Inlet near Cossack, and it was towed by its owners to Melbourne. And then the ship's engineer resigned and purchased a horse with the intention to ride south, while other crew members headed to Fremantle to board other ships. Anyway, during these travels, a dude called James Clark stopped at Minderoo Station, which is not far from here, to pay a visit to David Forrest's great-grandfather, to Andrew Twiggy Forrest. I wonder if they're the Twiggy people that we know of. Anyway, Forrest explained to him that the pastoralists and pearlers in the region were in urgent need of a general agent at the mouth of the Ashburton River, which is here, and suggested that old mate open a trading post at the port. So pretty much the trading post was successful with providing the export of wool, gold, timber, pearls and pearl shell, and importing other goods for surrounding sheep and cattle stations. And the town was then gazetted in 1885 with a water supply provided by an existing Aboriginal soak, which is the well which we saw over in just out from Junda in Western Queensland. We saw a well. So these buildings are actually the police precinct. This is the jail that we're going into now. Ooh, get like a very eerie feeling when you come into here. It's not very big. Obviously it's a jail cell. But just when I come in here, just this, ooh, let's get out. You can see like in the brickwork and stuff, all the shells. It's not brickwork, it could just be mud. See the bottles up the top there too. Looks like someone's been trying to dig out of there. Must be solitary confinement, this one. So this bit here, with the broken glass up the top, is actually an exercise yard. So they were allowed to move freely, but yeah, not a chance they would have climbed that wall. Just shows you what it's all made of. So these iron rings here used to have Aboriginals attached to them by chains. Bullshit. Another one in here. So they were actually shackled and stuff, not allowed to walk free like the other ones. That is so wrong. So wrong. So I was just saying where the Aboriginals were actually chained up to those big things. They're actually chained around their necks and mainly in groups. I cannot begin to tell you how mad that makes me. That is disgusting. I'm all for people, going to jail or getting arrested or whatever if they've done something wrong. But you know what? People should be treated the same no matter what colour they are, what religion they are, what bloody country they're from. Whatever is in your country should be for everybody. So I don't believe that, back in the day, still to this day, but like if an Aboriginal guy done the same thing as a white guy, the Aboriginals here were chained up by the neck and attached to a ring in the floor, where the white guys were just in the jail cell. I can't fathom that. I don't get it, and it's not right. My personal opinion, so don't come down hard at me, but that is my personal opinion. It doesn't matter what colour, what religion, whatever. In the country that you're in, everything should be the same. So I just done some Googling about why the town was moved. So it was moved in 1925 because the original location, obviously here, is at the mouth of the Ashburton River, which we saw before. It's a pretty big river apparently, and was prone to the silting of the river and cyclones and stuff. So they moved it because it was an actual port, so it made it impractical here to export stuff.
There's the river over there.
Pretty much you drive around and there's all these storyboards with information. There's not a lot you can actually see, but yeah, quite interesting. So this bit here about the pearling, just reading the storyboard sign, and the Japanese and Malaysian pearl divers, they were mainly here. But apparently both Aboriginal divers and Asian divers worked long and illegal hours, often up to 12 hours, in the water without any breaks. And when they came back up to the surface, they were in like little tiny small boats. But they were also saying that with the divers, if they didn't meet their quota, sometimes they were either beaten or had to stand with a plank above their head until their arms went weak. Like, that is cruel. I don't know, whoever their bosses were not very nice people, so that's, yeah, pretty sad actually. They were also thrown overboard and forced to swim after the boat after they had held the planks in the air. Bernie's out scavenging. I've made him leave everything there because I don't want the bad juju following us. What you found down there, love? Yeah. What you found?
Well, lottery markings on it.
Hmm. So this is the Ashburton River. So we just saw a part of it, obviously, where there is no water in it. We did drive along the Ashburton. There's a heap of camps, free camps there. So we're gonna, once we finish in Onslow, we're gonna go camp up there. But we were just saying before, don't get too close to the edge. Is there any crocodiles here? And apparently, well, the girl at reception at the caravan park said there is not, but yeah, so apparently there is not, but we did just spot this warning, crocodiles being seen in this area, and we're like, holy shit, but it was in July last year, so I'm guessing he's probably gone by now, but looks very crocky. Anyway, we'll keep going. So you can actually see how far the river's been up when you look along there. It was pretty high. Don't get too close. Me being a panicker, even though it was 12 months ago, you just never know. Oh, and you're still going to keep walking. It's a wide river. It is tidal, actually, so I think this would be tidal, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It comes up to there. It's all salt. I don't know if you can see, but right up the end there is some big sand dunes. I don't know if you can see that. They must be huge because I can see them from here. So this is the site of the old Ashburton Hotel, the pub. Yeah, like I said, not much left there, but there is a few bottles that people have found. So when they've been walking through the bush, obviously they've found all these bottles. Some plates, different things. So this pub was built in 1898 by a Mr. Robert Hope. He owned that pub for 32 years, actually, and managed it until 1914. Is Bernie back with his treasure?
Imagine what this old bottle would look like. That's the base of it, that's the top of it. An old rum bottle.
Port or something.
Huh?
Port or something, isn't it?
Purple one, toothpaste. Oh. It's like a handle off a porcelain handle off a kettle or something. Old nail.
Old male, that's you. Oh, nail. The Rob Roy, or side of the Rob Roy, another pub. If you can't tell, check out the trillions of bottles down there. Heaps of them. Very cool. Not very far from the jail or the police station, so I reckon a few rowdy people from here would have went
Straight up there, eh?
back over there. Yep. So the Rob Roy Hotel was established in 1886, and it had accommodation, including accommodation for the well-to-do guests, so the rich people one for single men and another for the Clark family. So, yeah, it had a dining room. This is a pretty big one compared to the Ashburton Hotel, I think, by the look of it. So the Asian pearl divers that I was talking about earlier, they were well known to play mahjong at the back of this Rob Roy Hotel. You can imagine like the stories back in the day here. Most of the people that actually did go to the jail or got in trouble by the police was just like selling sly grog or drunken behaviour. Pretty much no different to these days, I reckon. Yeah, it's nice to come out here for a drive because it's about 27 k's off from the turn off on the main road into Onslow. So, yeah, quite a nice drive. You could probably do it in a two-wheel drive, but I'd probably do a four-wheel drive. The road's a bit cut up at the moment because people have been driving when it was wet. But it's, yeah, just interesting walking around here. I would say that when we come out here in a couple of days and camp along the river, no doubt Bernie will come in here and do a bit of walking around these areas because he loves that kind of stuff, finding old stuff. And yeah, that's just him. That's what they used to do when they were kids out at Wilcannia. So I guess as an adult he still enjoys doing it. So yeah, I reckon that's where his days will be spent. Here's old mate Bernie out there again. God knows what he's got now. Bloody looking at bricks, and he's got half a bed by the look of it. He gets so excited. He's brought a button back. He was so excited with the button. God love him, he's like a little kid. Oh, got the camera out, he's going to take a photo. He'll jump back in the car and he'll be that excited telling me God knows whatever. God bless him. Look how excited he is with his face. What'd you find, love?
Oh, that's stuff. Look at that old brick.
Oh, yeah?
Got JC. I thought it...
JC, Jesus Christ, is it?
Yeah, well I thought the C, I saw one with a C.
Jack Clark.
And I thought it might have been Commonwealth. Like, might have been because it was Commonwealth thing, but...
Isn't old mate Jack Clark? Isn't his name Jack Clark? Something Clark. Built some of the things around here, the pubs and stuff.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, didn't you read the signs?
No. Oh, maybe
something Clark. I don't know what his first name was, but
maybe he's bricks.
Maybe. What else do you find? Half a bed?
Oh, just a lead washer.
What's the big thing?
These are just parts of the building, I'd say.
Oh, I thought it was a bed.
Parts of the roof trusses or
God bless him.
lead washer.
Pretty excited, aren't you?
Oh yeah. I love bloody rummaging through old bloody buildings and finding there's old bottles over there. All sorts of crap.
Crap, yeah, we don't need it in the car. We've got enough crap.
No, I didn't bring it.
It's good.
I'm not taking it.
So that JC that was on that brick, I just googled it, and old mate James Clark, him and his brother-in-law Mr. Mackenzie built a lot of stuff around here, so one would assume it's his initials. We're about to go into the cemetery. Okay. And it was utilised from 1882 onwards. And apparently there are about 90 people buried here that they know of. And they range from Aboriginal people to Afghan Cameleers, pioneers and their family, seafarers, station owners, workers, and the Asian pearl divers. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. This Old Onslow town. So pretty much at every site you've got one of these storyboards. There is a QR code on there, like a scanning thing, so you can scan it and obviously it'll tell you more about it and stuff. But surprisingly, we have excellent service out here in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, we've been out here for a good, I don't know, 3 hours now probably. By the time we done, actually more, because it's 2:30 now. So we would have been in just Old Onslow for 2 or 3 hours. But yeah, pretty cool just to drive around. We just took a track somewhere, I'm not sure. Didn't really take us anywhere, to be quite honest with you. Down to the where the river meets the sea. The Ashburton meets the sea, so we went down there. It's not very pretty.
There's some old headstones here. This is the oldest one I've seen. Duncan Cummings died here in 1896, aged 40 years. So there's a 97 there, June 97. But yeah, 96 is probably the oldest one I've seen. There's another one here, October 98. 18, these are 1800s, 1898. Go down, some more right down the back here. We'll go down and have a look at those. There's another, oh no, that's 1905. So this is at the Onslow Cemetery. This is nice. It's got all the names of people buried here, because a lot of the graves are unmarked. So it's nice to, yeah. They're not, unfortunately, I don't know what's going on, but there's numbers out there. There's plot numbers, but there's no numbers corresponding to these names. So I'm not sure how that works, but anyway, it's a list of the people that are buried here.
But I don't know if you can hear it. I'll stop talking, but I don't know if you can hear it. But the old gas place behind me, where is it? I can't even see it. Oh, there it is there. I don't think you can hear it, but you can hear it whirring. The workings of it whirring. It's pretty loud. We're a fair distance from it. This is the other side of the gas plant. Beg your pardon? LNG. We saw the other side. Can't see the flame here though. It's a bit hazy out there today.
Flame's gone out.
Oh, run! Someone's poor Land Cruiser's in there.
Want to shut down.
I'm not sure what that is out there.
I'm not out there.
Hmm. So this is why when you're on a dirt road and you see a road train coming, this is why you get off to the side and you don't try and overtake it or go past it, because you cannot see a thing. Is it full? Yep.
Kilos of beef in there. This is Scotty's Wall. So this was built by the Forest family from Minderoo Station. So originally it was built in 1959 and it was rebuilt in 2019 by the Forest family. So there's a bit of history here. I'll get Treen to fill these in on. I'll take a photo of it. But that's the wall. Actually, I'll come over here. I'll tell you this. So the Ashburton River Scotty's wall was rebuilt in 2019 by the Forest family of Minderoo Station. The Forest and Black families have a long history. The original tidal wall was built by Scotty and Don, survived 60 years and helped inspire the Minderoo freshwater conservation system. Scotty Black, his name is, would be proud as it was rebuilt over Christmas by the same family, strongly encouraged by Scotty's surviving fellow elder, Don Forrest. That's pretty cool.
That's all for this week. Don't forget to tune in next week. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.